All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Liberty Stream. And today we are doing another Cooking with Liberty Fires. I'm glad everyone can join me so far today on this Sunday afternoon. Evening? Is it Sunday evening yet? Afternoon? Whatever. We're cooking. And today we are cooking from Green Chef Cuban spice steaks. I was going to have some zucchini, tomatoes, bell peppers, and cabbage with it as well, and a ginger lime coconut sauce. That's what I'm really curious about, is what that's going to taste. This is one of the Green Chef meals I got delivered to me on Friday. It's the first one out of the box, so I'm looking forward to it. I don't even have it on my table. What am I doing? Oh boy. There. Here. Boom. Alright, and of course, with every kind of these Green Chef meals, the first thing we want to do is open the bag and make sure we got it. So, sirloin strip steak, bam, sirloin strip steaks, got them. I'm going to put that over here on the side in my little pan. Let's see, it looks like a Cuban spice blend. That is. Curious what that all is in it. Definitely looks like some oregano, maybe some onion powder. But we know that's going to go right on the steak, so we're going to put that there. A zucchini. Oop, found it. A Roma tomatoes. Roma tomato. A little box here. That's kind of cute. Oop, right there. What up, Gabby? How you doing? Yeah, so we're going to try doing this a little bit more often. Just because, one, I like cooking. It's something that I do a lot. And if it lets me... If putting this on Twitch allows me to want to stream more and cook more, then it's just a win-win all the way. So, what else we got in here? All right, so we found my zucchini, we found my Roma tomato, we found my green cabbage. Ta-da! Red onion, there it is. And all of its onioness. Ginger lime coconut sauce, well, bam. Red bell pepper, I skipped that one earlier, but we found it. And then we got some pepitas. Pepitas? Yeah, so that's something that we're probably going to have to roast later. So that'll be interesting whenever we go there. Thank you, Gabby Limoncello, for the host. Much appreciated. And let me know what you think. Like, this is obviously my third time doing a cooking stream. So obviously I want to know what the audio is like. I want to know what the camera quality is like. Right now, I feel like I want a light just shining on me because it seems like maybe my face is dark. But I don't know. So obviously feedback is good, so I can just grow this cooking stream into being something just better for what you guys are looking for. So if you see Green Chef and it's something that you're willing to try, you should be able to do !Green Chef. Oh, is it working? Yeah, you should be able to do !Green Chef, and that will pop up with a link to Green Chef, and you'll get some meals for free. If that doesn't work, let me know. I'll run and turn on my chat bot, or I'll send it to you over direct message. I can do that as well. Okay, I keep the bag next to me just so I can throw some trash in there. And the first thing we're going to do, it wants me to prep the veggies first, which is fair, right? We're actually going to go tackle the strip steak first. And the only thing we need to do... Alright, so I don't think it's going to want me to pat it dry, but it might. And... I don't remember. Okay, we're going to back up. Because once again, I am semi-prepared for this. I don't recall if I've sharpened my knife yet today, which I always make sure to sharpen my knife before I start cooking, before my stream starts. I don't remember if I did, so that means I'm going to have to do so now. So, sharpen your knives, always sharpen knives, always sharpen knives. Sharpening your knife is just safe for you. Whenever you're having to cut and you're putting a lot of force into the knife in order to cut it, that's where you're going to make mistakes. So, always have a sharp knife. If you don't trust your knife, go buy a new one, right? My knife is from the Global brand, which is a Japanese company. Yeah, really good quality knife, kind of expensive. So obviously you want to find knives in your price range, but this is something that I do need to sharpen because it's a chef's knife. anytime I see knives that say, "Oh, you never have to sharpen it," I don't believe that. Right? You should always need to sharpen your knife. I have just 2 ceramic rollers here. One is a rough sharpener. Just do that about 5 times. We'll do 6, just one more. And the other one is more finer grain, and that's really where I'm going to get my edge. All right, and that's a sharp knife. You can buy a sharpening rod, kind of like what you probably imagine a lot of other chefs kind of use. I never was trained how to use one of those, so I just kind of am scared of them. There's also sharpening stones that you can buy. Those I recommend if you know how to use them, because you will get a really good edge on those. But again, it's one of those things where you have to learn how to do it. I don't use electric knife sharpeners. I don't trust them. I think they're going to just damage my blade. While I'm at it, I'm going to sharpen my utility blade. I don't use my utility knife all that often. Everything that I would normally use a utility knife for, I just use my chef knives, because the chef knife is your Cadillac. Cadillac, is that the right word? The chef knife is going to be the knife you use for just about everything. A utility knife, every time I look at it, I'm like, well, why would I use this? Because it has a smaller blade, whenever I would just use a chef knife. So what I would use a utility knife for, though, is cutting into steak. Cross-contamination is a thing, right? I don't want the blood from this to get on my cutting board. Then I'm going to have to probably clean my cutting board, so it's not efficient. And if I use my chef knife, then I probably have to go sanitize my chef knife. So there we go. People may be wondering, well, didn't you just sharpen it? Why was it so hard to pierce? Chef knives really aren't designed to pierce things. They're designed to slice and cut. So piercing into a bag is really not what it's designed for. I would probably use like a pair of scissors actually, but I don't have one. Right. There's one steak. And there's my second steak. All right. So I'm going to clean this knife. With that, I'm going to set this one to the side and not really use it. It's pretty cool. Nice. Good. All right, now we're going to pat my sirloin steaks dry. I'll try to make sure you guys see it. Probably want to zoom in a little bit, but yeah. I want to pat them dry. You don't have to go crazy over it. That's a little piece is going to bother me. I might cut that off. Do I want to cut it off? Yeah, we're gonna. Yep. Where's my utility knife again? Yeah. I'm gonna set that to the side. I might be doing a little tasting piece later. Okay. So we got the steak. We got to pat it down. Now we got to season it. A little bit of pepper. Add some salt. Cuban spice blend. Just kind of rub that in there. And then we're going to flip. And roasted Cuban spice blend. Gabby, happy Cinco de Mayo. Not sure if you're celebrating that today or not. A little bit of salt. Oh, don't forget that one. Liberty. And then some pepper. Mix that in there as well. And that is well seasoned. All right. And we're going to go put these to the side, and we'll talk about those later. All right, So we got the steaks prepped, so now the next part is vegetables. And I got my bowls here. I read the directions earlier, and I know that some vegetables are going to go in the pan first, so I want to combine those, and then some of them are going to go into vegetables second. Just depending on how long they take to cook. So, all right, zucchini. Cut the ends off. And I don't need these, so throw them away. And then we're gonna cut the zucchini in half. I didn't cut it exactly in half. That's bad if I was in a professional kitchen, but guess what? This is not a professional kitchen. This is cooking for me, so I am not too stressed about it. And we want these about 1/2 inch, which I think my normal cut is about 1/2 inch. Yeah. About the same. It's important to kind of note what your natural tendency is when you're cutting. Like if you never measure your slices, then that's fine. Like you're cooking for yourself, so it doesn't really matter. However, knowing what you cut naturally is going to help whenever you're doing like really, really fancy meal prep. Where if it's, you want to make sure all your cuts are the same, and depending on the size of the cuts will determine what the cooking, how long to cook them for, what kind of crunch you're going to get, etc. So if it says cut at 1/2 inch and you normally cut 1/2 inch, then you're fine. But knowing you cut at 1/2 inch will be important whenever a menu or recipe says let's cut it at 1/4 inch. Now you know you got to do more cuts and cut them in half, or make your cuts twice as much as you normally would. Okay. Zucchini, lay flat, boop, done. Put that in a pan. Put that in one of my bowls. All right. Clean cutting board. Cutting board's good. I like my clean cutting board. Now we're gonna go talk to my red pepper. Talk to my red pepper. Hello, red pepper. How are you? I hope you're doing well today. And this guy is gonna be strips. It looks like 1/4 inch strips. So again, that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. I know that my cuts are normally 1/2 inch, so what I need to try to do is keep that in mind. As I do some 1/4 inch cuts. Oh. Cool. Let's see how we did. Still a little bit on the long side. They're definitely less than half. That one's a good one. And this one's a little long. That one's fine. Yeah, so I was doing well earlier, and then when I got caught up there, that's what my problems was. All right, these go in with the zucchini. They go into zucchini. Bam, done. I wanted me to have the strips lengthwise. Dang it. That'll be okay. Grab them back out of my pan. And give them a little cut. Clean off my blade with my towel I have handy for me. In case you're wondering why I have like this towel underneath my cutting board, when I was cooking on my first stream, I noticed the cutting board was sliding when I was doing my cuts. That's dangerous. You don't want that. You don't have to go buy a new cutting board. You don't have to go get like the rubber mats at the bottom. If you want to, that's fine. Be safe in your kitchen. What I did was just grab one of my cooking towels and damped it so it was nice and wet and heavy, and then put the cutting board on top. That prevents it from sliding. We don't really separate that. Okay, yeah. Make some drink cocktails. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just wasn't sure what people celebrate. But yeah. I kind of forgot it was Cinco de Mayo until I went to the store earlier. So now I have my onion. We're going to cut off the ends. This is a weird shaped onion, by the way, but we'll make it work. Yep. Oh. Right. And we're going to cut that one in half. And then it's only wants me to use half an onion, so this is something that I would put in a bag, and maybe when I'm cooking like my eggs later this week, I'll probably do that. Actually, do I have a bag I can put that in? Because that actually sounds really good, as I was saying. No. Alright, so I don't have a Ziploc bag. I do have some plastic wrap. So later today I'll use that. All right. So now I want to peel the onion. And now read. Now it looks like it wants me to do strips again. Yep, 1/4-inch strips. Yep, that's not good. I'm probably just going to throw this part away because it wants to be a mess. There we go. 1/4-inch strips. Pick that up, and that's going to go in with my zucchini and bell peppers. All right. That's going to be the first part of our stir fry there. And now we're getting ready for the second part, which this part, these are the pieces of stir fry that are going to take a little bit longer to cook, which is why they're going to go in first. And then things here are going to go in second, which now I got to figure out what to do about this tomato. Something tells me I need a quart, which I don't have a good tomato knife, but once again, I have my chef knife, which I will use for just about everything. So let's cut this guy in half. And the quart, cut off the top. Bring my knife around this way, kind of cut into it. Boom. Cord, throw that away. Clean it a little bit. Good to go. And same thing here. Cut off the top, leave a way into it. There's probably a better way to core this, but just want to get all that part out. Oop, cord. Get the seeds out of there. Bam, done. Clean my board. All right. And it wants me to dice these, I believe. Dice about 1/2-inch pieces. All right. I do not like tomatoes. That's annoying. Alright, it said 1/2-inch, so a little bit big. Yeah, a little bit on the larger side as far as 1/2-inch goes, but that's fine. It's fine. It worked. Cooking for myself. Pouring just to get that feedback. so you can get better. Happy little accidents. Even though now I'm thinking about Gordon Ramsay yelling at me. Alright, so we got my diced tomatoes. And now the last vegetable, which is this cabbage. I want to get rid of this core first. I can't just rip it out. Oop. Got the core. Done. Go away. And this one's going to be hard to dice, but we can probably roughly chop it. And it'll be good. Want to do it that way? No. Nah, we'll do it this way. Not diced yet, it's pretty close. We'll give this a rough chop. And then later, I'm going to go Google how to dice a cabbage. See what Google tells me. And that's what's important, right? You're learning how to cook, probably. You're learning new dishes, learning new recipes, you're learning your knife skills. That's what cooking's all about. If you have a passion for food, passion for cooking, it's a passion of learning. All right. It's going to go in my bowl as well. Alright. Now we get my tomatoes and my cabbages. They're all chopped up, ready to go. We have the stir fry from earlier. These are going to roast, and then I'm going to chop them, so I'm going to have to set up my cutting board over on near my stove. And this is going to be something that we use later. Oh, we're going to add this to the veggies later. Got it. Okay, cool. I don't need that, so get out of here. All right, so with that in mind, we're going to take a small intermission. That's going to be me moving everything over to my stove, and then we'll do the second part of cooking. So thank you, Gabby, for joining me so far. Stay right there. I'll be right back with everything else going on. Thank you for all the lurkers joining me so far. And again, if you have feedback for me, direct message me, let me know in chat. Much appreciated. We're going to make this cooking stream successful going forward. All right? Give me 2 minutes. All right? Hold on, guys. right, we are back. So I make some small camera adjustments, I hope. And here we go. All right, so we got two things currently that we need to put in some saute pans. So we're going to start those heating up. The small one in the back here that I'm adding some olive oil to, that's where we're going to put our pepitas. And we're going to roast those and chop them, which is why I got the cutting board right here. And this larger one is going to be our steaks. And while that's going on, let me go get a pair of tongs. I don't have a pair of tongs in my drawer. That's annoying, so I'm going to walk over here. Tongs for steaks, and then I know I'm going to need a spoon for my vegetables, and I can use a spoon for the pepitas as well. Yeah, so unfortunately this is kind of the part of the stream that's a little boring, just because we're kind of waiting for pans to heat up. Maybe I could do that earlier in the day. If I was not streaming, this is the part where I'm running around cleaning my kitchen. Like, I got dishes in my sink, I would clean those up. I got dishes in the dishwasher, I'll be taking those out. Doing whatever I can to make cleanup as fast and easy as possible. Because that's something you hear from a lot of other people when they go, man, I would love to cook, but I just hate to clean up. Make cleanup part of your routine when you're cooking. That way it's not so much a chore near the end. So, but yeah, that's like my little 2 cents there. What else? Don't get caught up so much. Okay, when you're first learning to cook, I definitely understand following recipes exactly. Like, if it says use 1 tablespoon, use 2 tablespoons, etc. Yeah, definitely do that at first, especially if you don't know kind of what you're eating. But eventually get into the habit of just adding ingredients to a spice blend that you know you like. So if you know you like garlic, add more garlic to it. If you know you don't like garlic, add less, etc. Like, make spice blends your own. And that's really where a lot of your palate's going to come from. Once you start doing that, you're going to know what's good, what's not good. What else? If anyone else has any questions so far for me, let me know. This is also where I'm looking to see what I'm cooking later this week. So I got this tarragon mustard chicken that looks really, really good. I'll see if I can't cook that on stream. It's going to be a little annoying because there's this hard-boiled egg I got to cook with it. So that might be something that I don't do on stream just because it could be a little bit longer than expected. And then I also have a grilled pork chop with chimichurri. That one was also annoying because it wants me to use a grill pan, and I don't have a grill pan. So I got to figure out what I want to do for the streams later this week. But we'll figure it out. So the pan in the back looks like it's pretty good. Pan in the front needs a little bit more time. We're just going to put these right in. Oh, I bet it's supposed to be a dry pan whenever I'm roasting them. Yep, dry small saute pan. Oops! Oh well, that's fine. Be fine. We'll get it to work. And that just needs to go in there for about 2 or 3 minutes, so 452. That's getting hot, so let's put the steaks right in. Get this little guy in there as well. And he's out of here. letting the pepitas roast a little bit. Looks pretty nice. Yeah, so far it's looking good. And I'm excited to see what these veggies look like whenever we get to there. So we'll let those pepitas cook about 1 more minute, then we're going to chop those up. And then I need a bowl for them. Bowl. And then once the steaks are done, we're going to put them on the cutting board. Put the cutting board back on my prep table. Yeah. Use it around a little bit. Because I know my pans have a little bit of bias toward the left side on cooking. So move them around a little bit. These are done. So I'm going to let those sit for a little bit. And then once those are cooled off a little bit, then I'll go tackle them. So we're probably going to flip these again, which is fine. Got a good sear on one side. Let that cook for about another 3 minutes. Flip it back, should be good to go. Take those out, put them on the cutting board, and then we're going to put the veggies and use the same pan. That way all that Cuban spice that we have on the steaks that are still going to be in the pan, they'll remain there. Some of that juice and flavor that's in the strip steaks, those will be in my vegetables. Should be pretty good by the time everything's said and done. And again, this is another one of those opportunities where if I was cooking off stream, clean my kitchen, right? Because now I got a couple pans in there, I could wash them, put them in the dishwasher, boom, good to go. Everything is about mise en place, which is a French word for putting in place. In French cuisine, everything has its place. So like, whenever I'm setting up my prep table, I'm putting things where they're supposed to go. Whenever I'm putting things back, things go back. Like, everything in your kitchen should have a spot to make it as efficient as possible. So you must focus on good, clean food. So. Give this a look. Some people out there are going to say things like, hey, make sure you only flip your steak twice. Believe what you want, right? Again, you're cooking food for yourself, so go from there. And if someone's over at your house and they're criticizing you cooking, get rid of them. What up, Law? How you doing? Yeah, so Law Darts, he's supposed to be theoretically playing in a dart match. They moved that up to earlier in the day, so I wasn't able to cast it. That's fine. Well, how'd your dart match go? Let me know if you're still playing. Big steak fan. Go steak. Oh, man. Yeah. This guy looks fun. I'm going to go like 2 more minutes. Maybe a minute. 4:56, we're going to call those done. I lost 5-0. Yeah, Arthur's playing with a vengeance. Like, I think he realizes he should not be in C, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to crush. So, alright. Steaks are cooking while I got the opportunity. The pepitas have chilled. We're going to give these a nice little chop. So they're chopped. Put those in my bowl. And that's probably going to be a garnish for later. are done. So let's take them out. Put them on my cutting board. And we're going to let them sit. We're not going to cut into them too early. If we cut into them too early, then they're just going to lose all that flavor, all that juice. We're going to go focus on some vegetables now. So put some more oil back in the pan. Oil's going to get pretty hot pretty fast because the pan's already hot. That cooked for maybe 30 seconds. Not even close in any leg. Yeah. I had a shot at him in my first leg of cricket, but then I couldn't close 16s and he just got points back on me. But, yep. Yeah. I'm curious to see if anyone's going to be able to take one leg off offer. So, or if he's going to go with a perfect season. And then we'll put the vegetables in. So these are our larger cut vegetables, so they're going to take a little bit longer than the others. About 4 minutes. Pan's already hot, so probably 3 to be honest. That hole in your cutting board has its... The hole that your cutting board is for. When you finish to cut something and you want to put it on a plate or something, you use that hole. I don't know. I use this. Yeah, I don't know what the hole is exactly for. I use it just whenever I'm grabbing things or like if I'm hanging them up on a thread. Yeah, I can see what you're talking about though. Like if you want to put it in a small bowl or something, you can use that. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. I personally would rather just have cutting boards without them. Because whatever I'm cutting and they actually get stuck in there, then they're lost forever. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Because my other cutting boards I have... I guess we're going to talk about cutting boards here in a minute. Like my other cutting boards, they definitely have the handle to like grab and hold, but they're not needed. So yeah, my original cutting boards I had were made out of plastic. Plastic's pretty good, especially if you just want to put things in a dishwasher and clean them. The problem with plastic cutting boards over time is as you're cutting them, some parts of the plastic will chip off. That means it's going to go into your food. And then germs and stuff are going to be able to breathe in kind of those surface areas created by your cuts. So over time, you just want to start going away from cutting boards. If you don't mind replacing them every time, like every 5-ish years, then you're fine. Now I moved on to a composite wood cutting board by Epicurean. They're the best of wooden cutting boards and plastic cutting boards. Wooden cutting boards, they're really, really nice. But you have to take special care for them. You got to treat them with oils. You got to not put them in dishwasher. So if you have time and you want to kind of take care of your wooden cutting board or your bamboo cutting board, all about it, right? Those are definitely the way to go. I personally just don't want to mess with it. I'm too used to using plastic cutting boards. So using a new wooden cutting board was like a new experience for me. With Epicurean, it's composite wood. So it's something that you're going to be able to put into your dishwasher, dish machine. You'll be able to cook it. You'll be able to put it in there fine. But you're not going to have as many cuts and slices and grooves into your Epicurean composite board. So that's why I moved on to those. And so far I've been happy with it. I really like Epicurean. I recommend them. Probably the Liberty board moving forward. And I still have my plastic cutting board just in case. So it depends on how much cooking I'm doing. Right. So we got those first pieces of stir fried good. We put in the tomatoes, we put in the cabbage. We're cooking those for a little bit now. Probably just need it for a minute. And then while those are cooking, let's season them. A little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper. I like pepper, but that's me. If you're not used to putting salt and pepper in your food when you're cooking at home, definitely try it. Definitely changes a lot of flavor profiles. I want a little bit more salt. I know some people like don't do it. If you're not doing it for health reasons, like high blood pressure, I get it. Like I definitely understand that, and that makes sense. But if you just like grew up in a household that just doesn't use salt and pepper when cooking, try it out. Highly recommend. All right, so that looks good. So now we're adding my ginger lime coconut sauce, which I don't know what this tastes like. That's my curiosity. That's very cheap. Okay. Definitely a lot of lime in that. And now it tastes like coconut. Wow, that's a good sauce. It tastes like coconut milk, not actual coconut. Yeah. So imagine coconut milk with ginger and lime juice added. Yep. Stir that together. I realize whenever I'm cooking, I'm like, do that. It's kind of where I wish I was left-handed almost. All right, so that's stirred. Wants me to do some more salt and pepper. We already did that. So we're going to let that cook for about a minute. And then that's going to be done. Right. So this is the part of fear in my mind, is how well did I cook my steak? I think we did a pretty good job. Looks like we cooked it about medium rare. Close-up view of that. It looks like a little bit of meat in piece. Over here. Some of the bigger pieces, these in the center, more medium rare. But yeah, I think that's good for me. Obviously, if you don't like medium rare, just cook it for a little bit while longer. Should be good. Oh, that's a fatty piece, but that tastes great. Oh. All right. Now everyone's jealous. Don't want to eat that fat though. Oh, now it's stuck in my teeth. Oh man. That's going to annoy me until I get some toothpicks. All right, yeah. Liberty approves. Those steaks are great. Now my dog is at my feet because he's looking for scraps. All right. So now we're going to plate. Take my vegetables. I don't. All right. This is annoying. Is Gabby here? Gabby is here. She is the MVP of the stream so far. All right. Oh, this smells great. That ginger and that coconut cooking now. I kind of wish this had a little bit more color, to be honest. I don't know what I would do to add more color to it, but I kind of like bright, vibrant greens. This is very yellow, but it's fine. It's fine. Something that I would think about next time maybe is probably add like a spinach salad on the side. I think that would be really, really good. And then we're going to take the steak. And everyone knows who's seen my photos before, I like to layer it like this because I'm a nerd. Also, secret to success, every once in a while you'll have like one of these end pieces there. Just flip it over. You don't have to know it's an end piece. And sure enough, we're going to get my paprika. Sprinkle on top. Boom. And there we go. That's the meal. Cuban spice steaks with zucchini, bell pepper, cabbage, and a ginger lime coconut sauce. Fork. Now you guys get to watch me eat it. I bet you're jealous, but you can't wait. I'm gonna grab one of these zucchinis first. I love zucchinis, so I'm really curious how I did there. That zucchini is a zucchini. And then grab some of these other vegetables, like the cabbage. Cabbage, the onion, and tomato, because they were cut a little bit smaller, they're the ones who really absorbed all that flavor of that coconut lime ginger sauce, so that'd be good. So if I was to cook this again, I would probably cut my zucchinis a little bit smaller actually, so they can try to absorb some of that flavor. But yeah, it's good. Once again, I didn't take a photo of my plate before I started eating, so I'll have to take a photo of the second plate whenever I get ready to plate that. And those steaks are just good. Yeah, that's a winner. That it's gonna be a good thing, man. That means it's gonna be great whenever I sit down and start eating it. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, that's so good. But yeah. That's what it was supposed to look like. I think we got close. Again, it's darker in the picture than what I had. I'm going to have to probably look and see if there was something with the cabbage and how I cut that. Maybe that was wrong. So, but that's it for the cooking stream. I'm going to end it there. Probably come back a little bit later today and maybe do Final Fantasy 15 because I think that's on my agenda. And if not Final Fantasy 15, then maybe some more Farming Simulator. So, but yeah, thank you everybody for joining me. Definitely let me know what you guys thought, what I should add, what I should take away, what was good, what was bad. Just let me know. Oh, this mess right here is bothering me. Oh, no. No. How do I cover that up? Okay. Gabby, thank you very much for all your participation today. Much appreciated. You're definitely the MVP. Gabby Limoncello, guys, she streams a lot of Grand Theft Auto. I think I saw her playing some other games on today, but definitely go check her stream out whenever you get a chance. I'll probably do a shout out here in a minute when I get back to my desk. Yeah, thank you to everybody that joined in the chat today. Much appreciated. Let me know what you think, and we'll keep going from there and just make this something moving forward in year 2 of the Liberty streams. All right. And is anybody playing right now? Gabby, are you doing something? I would just give you a host. I got a song stuck in my head. Yeah, so let's go ahead and end it there. I'll find someone to host, and we'll host them here in a minute. All right. But thank you guys, everybody, and I'll see you later today, if not tomorrow. All right. Have a good night. Bye.